Android battery drain, causes, diagnosis, and solutions. Cause 1. Background apps and excessive usage. Explanation. One primary cause of battery drain is the presence of background apps consuming resources and excessive device usage. Diagnosis. Check the battery usage section in the device settings to identify power-hungry apps and monitor the overall battery consumption. Solution. Close unnecessary background apps. Manually close apps running in the background that are not actively in use. Optimize app settings. Configure apps to minimize background activity or disable auto-sync features. Reduce device usage. Limit the usage of power-intensive activities such as gaming, video streaming, or high brightness settings. Cause 2. Screen brightness and display settings. Explanation. Another significant cause of battery drain is the screen brightness level and display-related settings. Diagnosis. Adjust the screen brightness level and review the display settings to identify potential causes of excessive battery usage. Solution. Adjust screen brightness. Reduce the screen brightness level or enable adaptive brightness to automatically adjust based on ambient light conditions. Use dark mode. Enable dark mode or night mode on compatible apps and system settings to reduce power consumption. Shorten display timeout. Set a shorter screen timeout duration to ensure the display turns off quickly when not in use. Cause 3. Faulty battery or battery degradation. Explanation. Over time, smartphone batteries may experience degradation, leading to reduced battery capacity and faster battery drain. Diagnosis. Monitor the battery health and performance over time, and identify signs of significant battery degradation. Solution. Replace the battery. If the battery health is significantly degraded, consider replacing the battery with a genuine and compatible replacement. Use battery-saving modes. Enable battery-saving modes provided by the device manufacturer to optimize battery usage and extend battery life. Charge properly. Follow recommended charging practices, such as avoiding overcharging or charging the device in extreme temperatures. Cause 4. Software and system issues. Explanation. Software glitches, outdated operating system, or poorly optimized apps can contribute to excessive battery drain. Diagnosis. Keep the device's software and apps up to date, and observe for any abnormal behavioral or battery drain patterns. Solution. Update software. Install the latest software updates and security patches provided by the device manufacturer or operating system developer. Update apps. Keep your apps up to date to ensure compatibility and bug fixes that may improve battery efficiency. Reset or reinstall. If battery drain persists after updating the software and apps, consider performing a factory reset or reinstalling problematic apps. Cause 5. Connectivity and location services. Explanation. Active connectivity features such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, or location services can consume significant battery power. Diagnosis. Analyze the battery usage details to determine if any specific connectivity or location-related services are causing excessive battery drain. Solution. Disable unused connectivity. Turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or NFC when not in use to minimize their impact on battery life. Optimize location settings. Use battery-saving mode or limit location access for apps that do not require constant GPS usage. Adjust sync settings. Configure apps to sync data less frequently or selectively sync only essential data. Cause 6. Push email and synchronization. Explanation. Frequent synchronization and push email settings can lead to increased battery usage. Diagnosis. Check email and synchronization settings to identify any excessive syncing or push email intervals. Solution. Adjust sync frequency. Set longer sync intervals for email and other apps that support synchronization. Disable push email. Switch from push email to manual email fetching to reduce the frequency of email syncing. Cause 7. Widgets and live wallpapers. Explanation. Widgets and live wallpapers that constantly update or display animations can drain battery power. Diagnosis. Identify widgets and live wallpapers that are active on the home screen. Solution. Remove unused widgets. Remove unnecessary widgets from the home screen to minimize background updates. Choose static wallpapers. Opt for static wallpapers instead of live wallpapers to conserve battery power. Cause 8. System services and background processes. Explanation. Certain system services and background processes can contribute to battery drain. Diagnosis. Monitor the battery usage details and identify system services or background processes consuming excessive power. Solution. Disable unnecessary system services. Disable or limit system services that are not essential for your usage needs. Use battery optimization. Enable battery optimization features provided by the device manufacturer to minimize background processes and improve efficiency. Cause 9. Signal strength and poor network coverage. Explanation. Weak signal strength or poor network coverage can result in increased battery drain as the device constantly searches for a better signal. Diagnosis. Observe battery drain patterns in areas with weak signal or poor network coverage. Solution. Enable airplane mode. Activate airplane mode in areas with no or weak signal to prevent battery drain from continuous searching. Use Wi-Fi calling. When possible, utilize Wi-Fi calling to reduce the strain on cellular network coverage. Cause 10. Rogue apps and malware. Explanation. Rogue apps or malware running in the background can consume significant battery power without the user's knowledge. Diagnosis. Monitor for any suspicious or unfamiliar apps running in the background and unusual battery drain patterns. Solution. Uninstall rogue apps. Remove any suspicious or unnecessary apps that may be running malicious processes. Scan for malware. Install reputable antivirus software and perform a thorough scan to detect and remove any malware. Cause 11. Auto-update apps. Explanation. Automatic app updates can consume battery power, especially when updates occur frequently. Diagnosis. Check if app auto-update settings are enabled. Solution. Disable auto-update. Change the settings to manual app updates or schedule updates during non-peak hours. Cause 12. High-intensity usage. Explanation. Engaging in power-intensive activities such as gaming or media streaming for extended periods can drain the battery quickly. Diagnosis. Assess the duration and intensity of resource-demanding activities. Solution. Limit intensive usage. Reduce the time spent on power-intensive tasks or take breaks to allow the device to cool down. Cause 13. Display always-on features. Explanation. Having features like always-on display or ambient display active can consume battery power throughout the day. Diagnosis. Check if any always-on display features are enabled. Solution. Disable always-on display. Turn off features that keep the display constantly active to conserve battery life. Cause 14. Rogue services or processes. Explanation. Certain services or processes running in the background may be misbehaving or stuck, leading to excessive battery drain. Diagnosis. Monitor battery usage and check for unusual battery drain patterns. Solution. Restart the device. Restart the device to terminate any rogue services or processes. Identify and stop problematic apps. Use battery monitoring apps to identify apps causing abnormal battery drain and force stop or uninstall them. Cause 15. Poor app optimization. Explanation. Some apps may not be well optimized for battery efficiency, resulting in increased power consumption. Diagnosis. Observe battery usage details to identify apps with high power usage. Solution. Optimize app settings. Within individual apps, look for power-saving options or settings to reduce power consumption. Look for alternatives. If an app consistently drains excessive battery, consider switching to a more battery-friendly alternative. Cause 16. Frequent location tracking. Explanation. Continuous location tracking for apps or services can significantly impact battery life. Diagnosis. Review location settings and identify apps that access location frequently. Solution. Adjust location settings. Use location services only when necessary or switch to battery-saving mode for location tracking. Review app permissions. Check which apps have access to location services and disable unnecessary location permissions. Cause 17. Excessive vibrations and haptic feedback. Explanation. Vibrations and haptic feedback require additional battery power to operate. Diagnosis. Observe if excessive vibrations or haptic feedback occur frequently. Solution. Disable or adjust vibrations. Disable vibrations or reduce vibration intensity for notifications and touch interactions. Limit haptic feedback. Reduce the use of haptic feedback or adjust the intensity to conserve battery power. Cause 18. Outdated apps or operating system. Explanation. Using outdated apps or operating system versions may result in inefficient battery usage. Diagnosis. Check for app and system updates and assess if outdated versions are being used. Solution. Update apps. Keep apps up to date to benefit from performance improvements and battery optimizations. Update operating system. Install the latest software updates provided by the device manufacturer to enhance battery efficiency. Cause 19. Persistent Wi-Fi scanning. Explanation. The device continuously searches for Wi-Fi networks, even when Wi-Fi is turned off. Diagnosis. Verify if the scanning always available option is enabled in Wi-Fi settings. Solution. Disable Wi-Fi scanning. Turn off the scanning always available option in Wi-Fi settings to prevent continuous scanning when Wi-Fi is disabled. Cause 20. Extreme temperatures. Explanation. Exposure to high or low temperatures can affect battery performance and drain the battery more rapidly. Diagnosis. Assess if the device is subjected to extreme temperature conditions. Solution. Avoid temperature extremes. Keep the device within recommended temperature ranges and avoid exposing it to direct sunlight or extreme cold. Cause 21. Faulty charging cable or adapter. Explanation. A faulty charging cable or adapter can result in inefficient charging and increased battery drain. Diagnosis. Check if the charging cable or adapter is damaged or not functioning properly. Solution. Replace the charging cable or adapter. Use a certified charging cable and adapter to ensure proper charging and minimize battery drain. Cause 22. Background data usage. Explanation. Certain apps may use excessive background data, consuming battery power even when not actively in use. Diagnosis. Identify apps that consume significant background data. Solution. Restrict background data. In the device settings, restrict background data usage for apps that don't require constant data access. Use data saver mode. Enable the data saver mode to limit background data usage for all apps. Cause 23. Persistent notifications. Explanation. Notifications that continuously display or vibrate can contribute to battery drain. Diagnosis. Identify apps with persistent or frequent notifications. Solution. Adjust notification settings. Disable or limit notifications for apps that aren't crucial to conserve battery power. Use priority mode. Utilize priority or do not disturb mode to limit disruptive notifications. Cause 24. Auto start apps. Explanation. Apps configured to auto start in the background can drain battery power. Diagnosis. Identify apps that automatically start or run in the background. Solution. Manage auto start apps. In the device settings, review and disable auto start permissions for unnecessary apps. Cause 25. Adaptive brightness inaccuracy. Explanation. Inaccurate adaptive brightness settings can result in improper screen brightness adjustments, leading to battery drain. Diagnosis. Observe if the adaptive brightness feature doesn't adjust properly based on ambient lighting conditions. Solution. Adjust adaptive brightness settings. Calibrate the adaptive brightness feature or manually set a suitable brightness level for optimal battery performance. In conclusion, we explored various causes of Android battery drain, provided diagnostics, and offered effective solutions. Thank you for joining this lecture. Implementing these solutions will optimize battery performance and enhance your Android experience. Best wishes for improving the longevity of your device's battery.